Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 928. My name is Christina and on today's episode I'm showing you the My Mind's Eye Recorded Journaling Cards. Today I am showing you the My Mind's Eye Recorded Cards. These are great for pocket scrapbooking, but of course you can use them in regular scrapbooking and card making as well. In each set you get 72 3x4 cards and 36 4x6 cards. And then they have some different elements added. So this is Follow Your Heart, and it includes 12 overlay designs. And then in Pretty Things, it includes 6 laser cut designs. And in All Things Chalk, it includes 12 little cards that are actually like chalkboards. So I'm going to show you my album and how I've used these cards. So I started using these. I was a little behind on my album. So I got them and then I went back to just before Christmas and started doing my album around then. So I started with the Follow Your Heart. And here's a couple little journaling cards I used. And then on this page, I took the ones that were more just patterns to do a lot of journaling. Because I had not journaled a lot, it all ended up in one area. So again, some of that journaling from the previous page was for this, because this is a Christmas party I hosted for Mark's family, and we had a photo booth in that, and it was, so I put so many photos here that I didn't actually have any of the journaling cards. And here were still some more pictures left over from the party. So then on this side, I started my journaling again. So with our ice storm and dropping off poor Tulip and then going to my mom's and having Christmas over there. So I still have the Follow Your Heart journaling cards. And here I added, so I didn't have a lot of journaling. It all fit on my one card. So I used one of the pretty designs here just to fill the spot and add a little design to it. So then on this page I used a 4x6 card because I didn't have that large 4x6 photo to put here, just to talk about Christmas morning. And the same thing on this side. I used a 4x6 photo and then journaling card with all my smaller photos. And here's another one of those 4x6. I thought it was a good one since we were on our trip. Not all those who wander are lost. I thought was a good little saying since we were off on an adventure. And then another smaller journaling card in the middle, just explaining what we were doing and where we were. And then here I have the 4x6 card. So now I'm moving into using the Pretty Things cards. So we have a few. This was Enjoy the Journey was still part of Follow Your Heart, and now these are from Pretty Things. And then over here I used one of the larger cards. Now I did a whole album, which I've already shown you, on our Disney cruise. So in this album I just picked out some photos. Some I just had doubles of, so I added in the album. I had printed twice, and others I picked certain pictures that I want to include in this album just to mention it. But I don't go into a lot of detail because I did the whole album on our cruise. Here I used some of those laser cut sheets and I just put some of the pattern behind it to poke through. And then I used the smaller photo on it, and here I even did a little journaling. I added in just an 8.5 by 11 page in the middle here just because we had some larger photos to add into the album. And then just a lot of photos on this side. So when we move over here, again, I just, still using Pretty Things, just did a little journaling spot. We are now actually on our way to California for CHA. So I had a lot of photos. Here I had one that I had already cropped for like an Instagram photo. So I put it on top of a 4x6 card and then added a 3x4 little journaling spot. I was able to put in my little badge in here and then a couple journaling spots. So because I had wanted to do a little grouping of some photos, I made them more of an Instagram size and again added them on the 4x6 cards because I didn't want loads of pages from Disneyland, so I grouped them up and just put them in there and then added my journaling on the 3x4 cards. And then the same over here, I was using the larger cards for my little groupings of photos and then the smaller cards for my journaling. So here was a place I didn't have a photo, so I used one of those nice cards from Pretty Things and then a couple of 3x4 journaling spots. So now we have moved into the chalkboard cards. So you'll notice they are all black, and so I use my Molotow white acrylic paint marker in the really fine tip to do all my writing. But if you have another white pen, you could use that as well. So now it seems I have a lot to say. We're back at home. So I've been doing a lot of journaling on the cards, talking about the photos. But then here I also used one of the 4x6 cards to put a photo on that wasn't quite the big size. Here I got my Instagram pages back. I ordered more from We Are Memory Keepers, which is great. And so I can start using my Instagram photos again with the 3x4 cards. Put in Gemma went to a hockey game, so I had her ticket there. And then I also try to get photos off of Gemma's phone too, so that's something else you may want to do. So she had taken some selfies, and then this was a picture Mark took when he was at work. So I try to get photos from Mark and Gemma to add in the book, so they're part of it. And what I've done here is, now that I'm using the 4x4 pockets, I just took the 4x6 card and cut it off so I can use it in these 4x4 pockets. And then I put in we bought some Olympic gear, and that was the tags, and this came with my coat. And then another selfie of Gemma. And then here's my last page. I'm up to date, and these are all the 4x6 cards cut down to 4x4. And again, this was one of Gemma's pictures and some other random pictures. So that should give you some idea of using all these cards in your albums. I just want to show you one more thing. Move my album. So as I said at the beginning, you can use these to make cards as well. You get so many cards, and if you're like me, I like to have a variety and use them throughout the book, but I can never use all the cards that I get. So you can use them for cards. So this was from the Pretty Things. So I took a 4x6 one, and this card was actually, it's not quite an A2 card, it's only 4 inches wide, so the paper actually fit perfectly on it. But if you have an A2 card, you can either cut off a 1/4 inch, or you can just put a little white border around. And then I layered on the 3x4 card and chose a 3x4 card that I could use as my main image. So the same thing here. This is Follow Your Heart collection. And I just tore a couple of the 4x6s for the background and then layered my main card on there. And this is a real simple one using the chalkboard. I used the stripe with an image just on there. I just put it on little dimensional stickers. So it's really quick and easy to make these really pretty cards using the Record It different kits from My Mind's Eye. And as I said, you can use it on cards, in your pocket scrapbooking, or even on scrapbook layouts. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm showing you the Lifestyle Crafts Doily Envelope Liner Die by We Are Memory Keepers. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.